Hi, this is Sheena from BeScene Video Marketing. We've invited businesses and industry influencers into the studio to ask their opinion of various aspects of marketing. Today we have Jeremy Liddle, CEO of Capital Pitch. Hi Jeremy, welcome to the studio. Tell us about Capital Pitch. What does your business do?
So Capital Pitch is the world's first capital raising accelerator. What we've identified is that there's a huge problem with access to capital. It's the number one problem that high potential businesses encounter that inhibits their growth. So we looked at all the best incubators, accelerators around the world, and we took that model, put it online, added in experts, and made it massively scalable. And then at the end, we've looked at equity funding platforms, and so we connect businesses to investors once they become investor ready.
They say that entrepreneurs have to brace themselves for the ups and downs. Can you give us an example of a down and how you pulled through it?
Hosting the G20YA Summit last year, having volunteered for almost 2 years and not really drawn a salary, I had to borrow money from my mum to pay rent to keep myself going in order to execute this massive summit for 400 of the world's top young entrepreneurs. So it was a pretty paradoxical situation to be in. But the only way you get through is by not giving up, and the only reason that summit executed so successfully was because I didn't give up.
So at the startup stage, how important is marketing?
Depends how you define marketing. I think that if you define marketing, which I'm sure many startup founders would, as putting a Facebook ad online or creating some kind of digital marketing strategy or execution, that's a really great way of abdicating responsibility for picking up the phone and doing sales. And so I would say that that style of marketing is really not important at the beginning of a startup. However, if you define marketing as the 7 Ps, like product positioning, placement, pricing, which is defining your entire marketing strategy, that is absolutely essential.
And are there any leaders that you turn to for advice?
My co-founder is probably my first port of call for any advice on just about anything we do with Capital Pitch. But with all of the broader work that I do, I have advisors in just about every sector of our business. If I've got a specific problem and I don't know how to solve that problem in my business or in life, I'll ask as many people as I know who the best person in the world is to solve that problem. And if I hear the same name a couple of times, I'll get on LinkedIn, I'll find them and I'll message them or hunt them down and get on until I can get them on the phone or at a meeting, and then I can ask them how to solve the problem.
So what tips can you give to entrepreneurs who are just starting out on their journey?
Tip number 1, act like Nike and just do it. Stop buggering around and pick up the phone or get out there and do something, get in front of customers. Tip number 2, get traction and then go and find money to scale the traction that you've already got. Tip number 3, never give up. Doesn't matter what you're doing, it's going to be hard. Entrepreneurship is a massive roller coaster, and if you don't like the ride, then you're probably best to get a job. But if you do like the ride, that is absolutely inevitable with running a business, having huge ups and huge downs. The only way you get through your downs is by doing something you're passionate about and never giving up.